So you're a complete beginner when it comes to drones and you have zero idea what to get, right? Well, I was like you just a few months ago. I was browsing through the internet constantly just to find a perfect drone. And I think I found it finally. This is the DJI Mini 2IC and it's the best affordable camera drone of 2023. Now in this video we're gonna take a deep dive into all of the features of this drone and you'll understand why this is the best deal that you can get for a drone right now. This little drone here is packed full of features, so let's get right into it. Okay, so my first impressions is that this drone feels premium to the touch, unlike some other mini budget drones. There is a removable battery, so you can swap it with another one quickly if needed, but unfortunately they're purchased separately and one of them will cost you around $100. Still very easy to take out and replace if you want to do that, and there is also the compartment for the SD card here. I have personally purchased the SanDisk Extreme of 64GB, but the 16 and 32GB model of this card are also going to work because the videos that this drone shoots are not so large in size, so you'll be able to fit plenty and plenty of videos inside there. You can easily unfold or fold these drones, you can see here first with the front legs and then with the back legs. They have this interesting mechanism here that I find super cool, but this is the unfolded version of the drone. And of course the best feature of this drone, the camera of course. Now this drone sports a 12 megapixel camera with the ability to shoot raw photos, and it has a super nice gimbal for outstanding stabilization. The video recording is of up to 2.7K at 30 FPS or Full HD at 60 FPS. You can also record at 720p, but nobody is really gonna do that. Now you might be wondering, why is this drone advertised as 249 grams exactly? Well, that's because usually to fly a drone you need a license, but if the drone is under 250 grams you don't actually need any license, and that's why DJI made this specific drone to be that lightweight, so you are able to fly it without any complications. Now speaking about the remote, it also feels super high quality and there is a comfortable grip on it. The control sticks are placed underneath and you have to screw them in, which is kind of funny but also a smart way to save space, I guess. You can turn on the remote and the drone in the same way by just pressing once the power button and then pressing it again and holding it. Now it's a really weird way of turning it on, but I guess that's how they made it. Now you can change the flight mode from the center here, like cinematic, normal and speed mode, and that will change the speed of course, and you can also take pictures and videos from these top buttons here, as well as control the camera gimbal, like if it points down or up. This remote has to be connected to your phone at all times via the USB-C cable, and your phone serves as the screen, unlike some more expensive remotes on the higher DJI drones, like the DJI 4 for example, but that's a different story. This is still a great way to control the drone and you have all the necessary settings inside of there, and I'll make sure to show you that later. What I love about this drone is the tons of sensors that they managed to stuff inside of there, like literally it has GPS, obstacle avoidance and a ton of other stuff, and that makes sure that this drone stays completely still while it's in the air and you're not controlling it, so it doesn't fly off in some random direction. It can withstand wind speeds of up to 10.7 meters per second and the maximum takeoff altitude is around 4,000 meters. Since it has built-in GPS you will never be able to lose this drone, but if you somehow magically lose connection it will automatically return to base. This is one of its security functions. Just make sure to not touch any buttons or you might accidentally cancel that and your drone will probably be lost on some roof somewhere. And now the part that probably everyone's gonna skip to, the video footage of course. As I mentioned before, this drone can shoot at 2.7K, but you can easily upscale that to 4K for a little bit of a crisper image, and with a little bit of editing magic you can take really professional videos and photos with this drone, and I'm super happy with these results, especially for something that costs barely $300. Now you can't compare it with a proper 4K drone, but I believe most beginners will be satisfied with this, and the ability to literally put this drone in your pocket makes it an even better deal, guys. The photos and videos were both shot on auto mode, but you can actually tweak the settings of the camera and get that perfect shot or video. Now during the night the quality drops dramatically, but that's expected. This drone is not meant to be used during the night. Still, I tried it and the results were actually pretty usable. Now this is around sunset and after that it became completely dark. You can still see some details here and there. There's a lot more grain, that's expected, but for that price can you really complain? And if you find any value in this video so far, then I would really appreciate it if you click that like button, subscribe to my channel, comment down below. I would really appreciate it so much. Thank you guys, thank you so much for the support, and let's move on with the video. Now let's finish off with the DJI Fly app, and there is a ton of stuff that you can configure in this app. On the main screen you will see plenty of tutorials as well as access to your gallery, where you can easily transfer photos and videos from the drone to your smartphone. Just keep in mind that you have to make sure the remote is connected to the smartphone first, otherwise it's not possible to transfer anything between them, at least not wirelessly. You can take out the SD card and put it in your smartphone or laptop, but I mean that's just too much effort. You can just wirelessly transfer anything. Now once you click the Go Fly button on the main screen, you'll be taken to here, and you would first have to calibrate all of the sensors. Now that's pretty easy, like just with a few simple steps, but I'm not gonna go through them right now. And after everything is set up, you'll see that there's plenty of information on the screen already. You can control the camera easily, like make really fine adjustments, as well as you can see the battery percentage up there and the GPS signal. You can always see where your drone is exactly on the map. And another great security feature is that the drone knows when the battery is getting low, so depending on the distance it has traveled, it can automatically go back to its starting point when there is less than 25% of battery. So even if you are like a complete beginner and you have no idea when you have to return the drone, you don't have to worry about it. Now there are plenty of settings here that you can configure, and I'm not gonna go through all of them because they're just too many. But you can control the maximum altitude and the maximum distance that this drone can go. Now that will be 10 kilometers for the distance, but for some reason here there is only 5, and unlimited, so I guess unlimited is 10. In the control tab you can easily change your measuring units and change the gimbal mode as well. You can also remap some of the buttons so they do different things depending on what you want. And in the camera settings you can choose your shooting mode with that sweet RAW function that is best for getting that perfect shot just the way you want it. And I'd rather not mess with the transmission tab because I think that leaving it in auto mode instead of switching to a specific frequency is far better, since the automatic mode can make sure that you're always getting the best signal and that you don't lose connection with the drone. And there is still plenty more to talk about the features like the follow me mode and other stuff that you can do with this drone, but I'm going to let you guys figure this out on your own and have your fun with it. So that will be all for today from me, guys. Thank you so much for sticking until the end. I absolutely love this drone, and I definitely didn't go through all of the features that it has to offer, so I'm going to let you discover all of the features of this drone. Thank you so much for sticking until the end of this video, and I'll talk to you in the next one. Bye!